Hello friends, welcome to free chess videos for all. Today the game that I prepared for you, it's not a full game, it's a miniature. It's called Fried Liver Attack. So it starts with when white plays e4, black replies with e5, knight f3, knight c6 and bishop c4. So this f2 pawn, f7 pawn is very weak. Like always remember guys, on the board f7 and f2, these are the weakest pawns. So this is called a Italian game after bishop c4. So the objective is to attack the f7 pawn. Now there are few moves available from black side. Black can play bishop c5 or black can play knight f6. So the bishop c5 line I will cover it in some other video. Today as we are looking into the fried liver attack, so we will consider the knight f6 move. So now white can play knight g5 to attack this f7 pawn again with this knight and with this bishop, right? So black needs to protect it because if knight takes f7, then this queen and this rook both would be attacked. Okay, so the correct move here is d5. Now e takes d5. Again there are few moves available. One common move is knight a5. So I'll cover it in some other video. So as of now we can see here this f6 knight can take this pawn and we can take the f7 pawn with this knight. So this is called the fried liver attack when this knight takes the f7 pawn. Okay, so if you are a aggressive player and likes to attack, then you can go for this fried liver attack. But if you are not a aggressive player, you are a consider yourself a passive player and you like to build up and then attack, then please don't go for it. Okay, so here the move is king takes f7 and after that it's queen f3 check. Now there are few moves available here, but the best move is king e6. Okay, let's see another move. If king goes to g8, then you can take this knight and it's a check. So queen needs to take the bishop, queen needs to take the queen, then bishop e6 and queen takes bishop e6. So it's a mate. So king g8, it's a very bad move, and you if any opponent plays this move, then you can win very easily. Again king e8. In that case also bishop takes d5. Now we are eyeing this f7 pawn with this queen and with this bishop, right? So here also black needs to be very careful. He might play queen e7 to protect this f7 pawn, but in that case we can take this knight and give check. Then he needs to check play bishop pawn takes c6, then queen takes c6. Now again needs to protect it by bishop or queen, but anyhow we will take this rook and eventually we are going to win because this both the moves king g8 and king e8, these are not good moves. So the correct move here is so the correct move here is queen e6. Now there are few moves available from white side, but the best move is knight c3 to attack the this knight with this bishop, with this knight and with this queen. Three attackers, but black has only two defenders. Right? Now black needs to solve this problem. So there are few moves available. One is knight b4 to attack this c2 pawn and again to protect this knight, right? So white can force black, like tries to white can try to kick the knight away with a3. Now black can take this pawn c2, then king d1 and then knight takes rook. Because in fried liver attack, what is our main objective? To attack the black king, because black king is on the middle of the board. So this rook at a1, it's a bit passive here. So it's okay to give away this rook, like sacrifice this rook. Now when knight takes a1, then we can take this knight also, right? Because there are three attackers, and if queen takes d5, then we can take it with bishop or queen, but it's queen is not going to take it. So after that, king needs to move, because next move we are going to remove the knight, and it would be a discover attack to this king. Now king goes to d6. Now we can play d4, again an aggressive move to activate this bishop. Okay, so this is the basic structure of fried liver attack when knight goes to b4 and comes to c2. Now we would see another move. So after a3, knight takes c2, king d1. Now this knight can go to d4 also. Okay, but in that case also we take with bishop, it would be a check. So king d6, and we can go to queen g3 and pin this pawn. Okay, and now whatever black plays, we would play d3 and activate. Suppose black plays bishop d7. Okay, so now we would play d3 and activate this bishop. Bishop can come to e3, take this knight. So there are like variations possible. Again, we would see it in some other video. We are just covering the basics of fried liver attack for beginner players here. Okay, so now let's go to the original position. Yeah, here. So now there is one more move available here. This knight can go to e7. Okay, in that case you can castle, and here a very common move from black side is c6 to protect this knight. In that case you can come to e1, and next move whatever black plays, you can push. Suppose black plays g6, in that case you can push this pawn to d4 and try to attack this pawn, okay, with your rook and your pawn. So these are the few basic structures of fried liver attack when knight goes to b4 and then comes to c2, or knight can go to e7. Okay, so these are the basic structure of fried liver attack. I'll try to come up with some other video with details so that we can cover a full game of fried liver attack, but for now this is the basic of fried liver attack. So I hope you like the video. So please share and like the video, and please subscribe the channel, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. See ya.